Welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. This week we've ventured to the southern tip of the Great Barrier Reef, where an island awakens during this time of year, shrouded in mystery and natural wonder. We're headed ashore to witness some of the most extraordinary phenomenon this place has to offer. But there's a twist. This island, as beautiful as it is, hides a darker side. It's hard to believe that a place so breathtaking can harbor such a jaded secret. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
We are at Lady Musgrave Island, a sanctuary for wildlife, especially seabirds. This is a safe haven with its dense vegetation of shrubs and trees, providing the perfect environment for birds to build their nests. Right now, the island is alive with its activities because it's breeding season. Currently, thousands of birds are busy constructing nests, laying eggs, and caring for their young, all while being protected from predators on this remote island in the Great Barrier Reef. And we are headed ashore to witness firsthand the fascinating behaviors and interactions of over 60 species of birds. Look at all the sea cucumbers!
So many.
And the best way to experience the island is by hiking through it. Alright guys, so we're doing the hike through the forest on Lady Musgrave Island. So this island is 700 meters long. It's 1.4 hectares of land, and this houses so many varieties of birds. So right now, between the months of October through April, quite a few varieties of birds come here specifically to this island to nest and to bring up their chicks. Now they're really important to this island because they bring nutrients from the land and the sea. Now take with that as you will, but I inferred that as they fertilize the land. They also bring seeds, which brings plants and everything, so they're quite important. And I kid you not, there are thousands and thousands of birds right now. You can probably hear them. We've even gotten a bit of good luck on ourselves too. Bit of droppings, but it's good luck, so that's all good. Lady Musgrave was actually named after a lady named Lucinda Musgrave. She was an American wife of the Queensland governor. He governed Queensland from 1883 to 1888, and I find that fascinating because someone here has an American wife. Yeah, but I found it really fascinating. But yeah, this is so gorgeous. As you guys can see, there's heaps of trees. There's they make this archway along all the pathways. So as we're walking through all these beautiful archways. It's all enclosed on each other. It's all making this really, really cool. And yeah, you can just hear the birds, the sounds right now, all their clicking, all the different varieties, and we're finding this really, really fascinating.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance.
He's not like Frank. He's a wild bird.
So Lady Musgrave Island isn't actually an island. It's technically a coral cay. So what that means is the reef was here first. So 10 to 12,000 years ago, before the last ice age, there was a mountain range off the coast of Australia. When the polar ice caps melted and all the flat plains were flooded, the tips of the mountains weren't quite big enough to poke out, and reefs started to grow on top of these. That's what's made the platform reefs, which is the reef that we have here today. Now, what happened is, with the reefs, it's all a fight for the sunlight, and they're trying to get up shallow. Some of them win, maybe do a bit too well. A big tide comes, a storm comes, the wave action will break the coral up into sand. The sand then gets washed up into the corner of the platform reef, and that's the start of the creation of a coral cay. And what's happened here is some bird life has come, and animals, and they've brought the bird droppings and seeds and started to create the island from there. Now, with all the bird droppings and that were here, that brought humans, and humans were here and they were harvesting guano or mining guano. And what that means is that guano is aged bird poop. And when they were clearing that here, they also brought goats with them. And the purpose of the goats were so that if there was a shipwrecked sailor or they were stuck out here for an extra long time, it was a source of food. But the combination of the two back in 1932 meant that all of this undergrowth was not here, and it was said that you could see from one side of the island to the other through the undergrowth, which is roughly 700 meters. So we're very lucky that it's fully recovered now and come back to this great forest that you see here today.
Guano is a natural fertilizer made from the accumulated droppings of birds. It's rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are essential for plant growth, making it highly prized in agriculture, and incredibly valuable resource, especially before synthetic fertilizers. This island's guano deposits were especially sought after in the 19th century due to the large bird population, which produced a large amounts of the product, making it an ideal location for mining. Guano was collected and exported for use in farming to improve soil quality and boost crop yields. Today, the island's focus has shifted to conservation, and it's very likely that you'll be struck with a bit of luck on your walk, so we would recommend wearing a hat.
2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, whoa, 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 whoa! The trees that are on here are Pisonia trees, and Pisonia trees only grow on coral cays because they like the heavy calcium that's in the soil from the calcium carbonate of the reef, which creates the coral's cay. Now, the amazing thing about these trees here is that in the southern bunker group here, in the southern Great Barrier Reef, that all the Pisonia trees account to 70% of Australia's total population of Pisonia trees. So we're pretty lucky that we get to walk through and experience these beautiful things here today.
There's a jungle out there, you know, baby, let your love run wild, wild, wild. You're just an animal in human form. There's no need to settle down, down, down. I've said it before, I'll say it again, baby, let your love run wild, wild, wild. 'Cause there's a jungle out there, you know, and baby girl, you need to see.
So these trees here have a dark side to them. So not only they attract the birds to this island for the branches, the foliage, the denseness that they offer, and the protection for the birds to build their nests, they also are the doom of the birds as well. So these trees put off a seed that is about yay big. I'll pop a picture of the seeds right up here on the screen. But these seeds are sticky, and they have a sticky resin to them. Now, if a bird touches them, they get covered in the resin. And if they encounter a lot of them, they get covered in the sap. They are unable to fly. They end up dropping to the ground, and they ultimately die of either starvation or predation from being covered in the seeds from the trees that they entrust with their nests. So it's quite an interesting circle of life on this island. Now, a study was recently done that about 10% of the birds die each year from the Pisonia trees. Now, there is thousands and thousands of birds right now that you can hear, and 10% of that is an amazing amount of number. So really cool, really unique circle of life here, and very dark as well.
I never realized you were lying. I strongly believed in the game. You really had me back where you want me. I never thought I'd fall again. Created a space between us. As soon as you came and revealed that all that I thought would happen was clearly something you didn't feel.
Alright guys, so also on this island is a lighthouse, and it's very useful for boats and everything. But when I heard that there was a lighthouse on this island, my mind went to your typical traditional lighthouses. But take a guess. In your mind, think about what you think about a lighthouse before we show you it. So, this is the lighthouse, very modern lighthouse. And that's it, that's the light up there. Keeps going all day, and it's powered by solar, which is super cool. A lot of the lighthouses that we do tours of going up and down the coast, they were all fueled by electricity or gas or old school types. This one is super neat, super modern, and I just think it's so cool. The original lighthouse on this island was built in 1877, featuring a kerosene-powered light, designed to guide ships safely through the often tricky waters of the southern Great Barrier Reef. Its remote location and proximity to coral reefs made it an essential navigational beacon for mariners. Now we know what you're thinking, the lighthouse we've just showed you today is definitely not from 1877. The original lighthouse was eventually replaced with a more modern system. Today the lighthouse is fully automated, eliminating the need for a keeper. But enough about lighthouses, let's get back to the island.
1, 2, 3. Today's mission in life is to paint the brows. Now, whenever you have fiberglass that's unpainted, exposed to the sun, it is actually quite resilient. It does last quite a while, but over time it will get brittle and weathered. So essentially we're going to be painting this today. Now, all throughout the boat we've got a high gloss white paint everywhere, and the reason we use high gloss is because it reflects all of the heat. But we're going to try a low sheen enamel here, and the main reason we're doing that is because that's my view there, and if we have a high gloss thing here it might reflect it and make it hard for me to see a mooring or anything when we pick it up. So the sun's gone down, and I wanted to quickly show you it before it got dark, but I've only put one coat on here so far. I didn't quite allow enough prep time, and as it's summer over here in Australia you don't want to paint in the middle of the day, so only in the mornings and the evenings. And tomorrow morning we've got the great turtle hunt. So I believe this job will have to be put on the back burner for a little bit, but we're really happy with where the boat is, because at the moment there's nothing urgent that needs to be done, but there's heaps for me to play with to keep out of Cait's hair and keep me busy. But it's really nice to have jobs that you can do to keep yourself busy, but that you don't have to do. Anyway, keep posted on when this one gets finished.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next week for a once-in-a-lifetime experience as we witness one of the marine world's most magical wonders. A truly unforgettable moment that we can't wait to share with you. Thank you so much again for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing. It really helps us out and we greatly appreciate it. A huge shout out to our amazing Patreons. We couldn't do this without you. If you are interested in getting behind the scenes access and helping us create even more videos and content, I'll pop the link to our Patreon page in the description box below. Leave us a comment below, let us know your thoughts, and we will see you guys all for an exciting episode next week.